Robair Ravens, Air Genasi, Ranger Extraordinaire, Monster Slayer. And yes, I do have 3 kids and a wife back at home. Don't worry, they're safe. Stop asking me about them. We gotta focus.
Sam, Robair Ribbons. On Sam's left, we have Erin.
Hi, my name is Erin. I'm playing the character Korv. I am a big black raven-looking bird, a bard, and very young, and an Aarakocra if you didn't get the bird part down, and I'm excited to grow up, and it's going to take a while.
Corvidus, the Aarakocra bard. To Erin's left, we have Paige. Say,
Paige here. I'm playing Idunn Corpse Knotter, a Goliath Barbarian, level 4. I am out to serve my lord Kavaki. He just gives me what I want, which is to put corpses into knots. So,
last but not least,
I didn't know
Paige's
that.
left.
Super Mario House.
Drunk Kids Gaming himself, Curley. Say hi, Curley.
My name is Curley. I'm playing Hazel Groundswell, a half-elf sorcerer. I make things explode with lightning and not talk about my past.
Once again, this is Dynamite D&D, and we are in the town of Moonstone, currently underneath a wizard's tower in long-forgotten ruins. They have just completed a fight with a mimic and 3 kobold zombies, and we're going to jump back into it. This
Inside the mimic.
is the dungeon where the
part of my
heroes
body.
are currently exploring.
Oh,
This room with this pillar with the chains on it, this chain right here was the one that Hazel touched and turned into a mimic and wrapped around her body and dragged her down onto the ground and was like,
It's pretty great that there's three chains, and I go directly for the one that is the mimic.
Chest
you
anymore,
spend
right?
some time searching the room.
We spent 5 minutes searching the
area.
room.
It's going to be 10 minutes searching the area.
so give me
The
back
levitate
my
and
bardics.
the bardic inspiration
Sundial's
goes
not
away.
working in here.
You find on the body of the mimic, it looks like the mimic has absorbed a number of inorganic items
Gross.
throughout its existence. There is,
Hip
of note,
bones.
a handful of small gemstones that look like they could be worth something. Not super pricey, but it's just a little bit of a handful of gemstones. If you were to make a completely wild guess, you'd say it's probably worth around 20 or 30 gold.
I don't care.
Hey, Korv, we got shinies.
Oh my god.
Chinese.
I'm gonna peck at it. I'm gonna hold these.
The only thing I
I'll
can
take
think
care of
these-
these.
You know what we could do is we could fashion them into some sort of necklace. Maybe there's a jeweler up. Nah, they'll just steal our stuff up there.
Trust issues. Yeah, I'm gonna take these little gems because they're really pretty.
It's some smoky quartz.
I'm a little more concerned with this room because we were attacked by what seemed like a little bit of a planned ambush on us.
Everybody roll an investigation check.
16 on the Hazel.
Wanna sleuth around.
Got a nice strong 8.
Yeah, I got a 9.
14.
Hazel's in it. Ooh.
Hazel and Robair are investigating the fallen zombie corpses, and on close investigation, they aren't actually zombies. They're constructs fabricated to resemble zombies.
Hey guys, these are constructs fabricated to resemble zombies.
Oh.
Maybe we can repair them and make them on our side.
I don't know that kind of magic.
Your passive insight tells you that yes, strong magic is required to actually animate inorganic compounds. You've wrecked them all up. You've
Wait a
been
second.
shooting with arrows and cleaving them with great swords. They're pretty banged and mangled.
What about those skeletons?
No,
Are we
this-
sure they were actual skeletons?
They mentioned someone animated
Building
them,
them.
so someone put these traps here intentionally. We are walking into some place where someone doesn't want us to be.
Is this
Yeah.
the end of the road, or is there another way to go?
There is another pathway further in. The ceiling of this chamber is 30 feet high. A large stone pillar stands in the center of the room. 25 feet high, this stone pillar, with a flat top. A boulder sits along the southern wall, which is 5 feet tall. The eastern hallway is blocked off by a solid stone wall framed by another archway.
I'd like to fly up and see what's on top of that pillar.
There is nothing on top of the large
Guys,
pillar.
there's nothing
But
on
there's
top of
5
here.
feet of space in between the pillar and the roof. So then we maybe need to get that big boulder up on top there.
Everything's been
I
a
can't do
puzzle, and
that.
that's all that's in this room, so...
Can I do try to pick up the boulder?
Roll a strength check.
6.
You heave and pull and strain with all your might, and you almost rupture something. The boulder does not move at all.
I just want to try... I'm going to try my mage hand. I learned this little trick.
Hazel
I
casts
don't think-
Mage Hand,
You
which
don't know anatomy
can
yet.
lift 10 pounds, and Mage Hand is completely ineffective.
Does it
I can
roll?
cast levitate on it, and we could try to, and Korv could float it up the.
Have you used it today? You used it to
I did to dive into that beach.
dive into the water. Once a day for
You're
air
done
Genasi.
levitating.
Yeah,
Hazel
I'm
is done
definitely leaving.
levitating.
It wasn't really a choice. That was sort of a wild magic surge.
I'd like to examine the archway.
Roll a perception check.
17.
You examine the archway, and you see that the archway and the stone door are two separate formations. You see that the seam for the two separate formations is along the archway itself.
And it doesn't budge if I try to budge it.
Correct. The seam starts in the arch, goes all the way down, and you can see that the slab of stone also has a seam on the ground.
I want to inspect this pillar that's next to me, just on the sides of it, all around it.
Roll an investigation check.
18.
There is a seam around the base of the pillar.
Look, I don't want to overthink this.
Oh.
I'm sure we got to get the I'm sure we got to get the boulder on top, but if
The
I
boulder won't
hadn't
move.
foolishly casted levitate to dive into the it wouldn't be an issue. All right, I'm going to try to roll it.
Roll a
budge
strength
it.
check to attempt to roll the boulder.
13.
Robair is unable to budge the boulder.
Can we just knock over the pillar and just press it against it?
We can try that. There's a
Or
seam under that's not
maybe we
attached
could
to the
just
ground.
have Idunn try to stand on top of it and jump really hard.
And what?
On top of the pillar.
Can
Something
I
sound,
climb
isn't it?
up the pillar and try to stand on top?
You climb up the pillar, and you are on top, squeezing into the 5-foot gap.
Oh, yeah. Nothing's happening.
Try knocking it over.
Go away.
I don't think we need to knock it over. I think we know what we need to do.
All right. How do we do it?
Unfortunately, I can't cast levitate unless we have a long rest.
have-
So
Maybe we. I want to. I want to
Let's
move the
rest.
boulder. So if we can make some kind of leverage or something, like if we're not moving it with strength, maybe.
I think we should go talk to Eater and just tell him we'll come back tomorrow.
Yeah, we broke it. So.
We can do other stuff with our day. There's an easy solution here, and unfortunately,
There's nothing on the arch. No words. No.
There are no words carved onto the arch.
I
Between.
feel like there's something.
or
There's
anything on these walls.
something.
There
Has
is
anyone looked at
something.
the walls or the roof?
there is something here, but we can't do it right now unless someone could cast levitate or make something weigh nothing.
I could
okay?
just cast spells
Nope,
until
nope,
we get
nope.
another
And, but
wild
what about the
surge.
purple potion? What does that do? I have that. You gave me a purple
The
potion.
potion
Can I
of
use
mind
my-
reading.
Can I use
Potion
my
of mind reading. I can't
my
read a thing.
bean to
What
explode
is mind thinking?
something?
Like,
Like
still have a
You
beam.
can plant it. Why don't you?
no, I'm not planting
Look,
it.
listen
No,
to me. Just hear
I'm
me
not.
out.
You
Hear
know-
me out.
You know what happened last time when I planted a bean?
You
I
don't
can
know
throw
what's gonna
it
happen.
and explode.
Hear me out. Let's just plant one and leave and come back later and see what happens. Look, when do you come across the pouch of magic beans? You don't want to just hold on to
I
them
just
forever.
throw them and explosion.
Technically,
See if it-
those beans
them at the
killed.
door.
Technically, those beans killed those
Wait,
raiders
first,
for us.
Okay, first I'd
6
like
raiders
first I'd like to throw a bean at the wall. See if it explodes.
dead. Oh, that's not a bad idea.
Oh,
I think
okay.
you have to throw the whole bag though.
No.
Why
no,
are you so
I only
quick
have
to get rid of
4.
the beans?
If you dump the bag's contents out on the ground, they explode in a 10-foot radius, extending from the beans.
Why don't you bury it at? Why don't you plant one at the base of the wall where the stone door is? We'll
what
come back
happens.
tomorrow.
The chances are pretty bad.
What if
But
we
it's a
have to
stupid
do-
cave. What do we even care about this stupid
I
maze?
don't like giving
we
her
just
things.
dance with a
I don't like
statue.
hey, you're the chance taker, okay?
What if we left and we come back? We have to do challenge all over again.
Then we leave. We don't have to be here.
Entry also sealed the door on the way in, didn't he? He
No.
closed us in.
What do
We just knock and let
Can
us
we do-
out.
wait, can we-
Korv and Eden roll an insight check.
15.
Mama Tikal's prophecy rings in your head. Something about
Oh.
sunken secrets. You know that you are underneath the waters of the lake right now.
Maybe we should stay. Sunken secrets be underneath.
Then we make camp here and take a long rest. And I
say
can
yes.
levitate it tomorrow.
Let us do that.
After you hunker down, I can give you an hour. I'll give you a short rest. If you want to do any short rest nonsense, you can do that. After an hour passes, you are trying to get some rest, but you hear a strange voice emanating from back down the hall from whence you came. Sounds to be some sort of old female voice cackling a discomforting tune. Something about flaying skin and pulling teeth and gouging eyes.
Something's coming.
Baba Yaga.
I get behind Eden.
And you see a hag appear at the entrance to this chamber. She appears to be draped in rotting seaweed. Her skin is swollen and engorged as though her body has been underwater for a long period of time. Her hair is slick and dripping wet. She smells of rancid fish.
Like legend.
What have we here? Lost travelers come to make a bargain.
There she is.
Yeah.
Gorgeous. She's incredibly ugly.
I
The hag approaches you.
want to cast Hunter Sense on it.
Okay. Classification Fey creature. It does not have any damage resistances or vulnerabilities.
Do you know the way out of this room?
I know the way out of this room, but if you wish to know, it will cost you, my beautiful young girl.
What did it cost
She
us?
scowls as she says beautiful.
Thank you.
What did it cost us?
Ah, one here who knows the pain of loss. I can sense blood upon your hands, young one. I shall show
Answer the
you
question.
how to exit this room in exchange for a sacrifice from this one.
What kind of sacrifice?
You are far too beautiful for this world. You must learn the true nature. Look upon me, for I reflect the true nature of the world.
No. No. I'm not making eye contact with her anymore.
Sacrifice your beauty and give it to me.
I have a counter proposal.
You can have my beauty.
You are scarred
What?
and already walk the earth as one who is feared.
She suddenly becomes somehow even more ugly.
What?
Her jaw dislocates and extends, revealing sharp needle-like jagged teeth with bits of entrails dangling from them.
How about you tell us how to get out of here?
Her
or-
skin begins to slough off in patches.
Yeah.
Everybody,
There's no reasoning with a monster.
roll a wisdom saving
Oh,
throw.
dang it.
Natural 20.
12.
A 2.
A 14.
Hazel is frightened of the hag
That tracks.
as she enters her true form. Roll for initiative.
17.
9.
I got a 5.
4.
Hazel, ooh, roll a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, 14.
All right. The hag looks at you and gives you a death glare, but you resist the power of her death glare.
Jeez. I'm gonna do sorry, Car. Slayer's Prey and shoot an arrow. 24 to hit.
24 to hit will hit.
That's gonna be 14 damage.
I want to put this hag to sleep. I got 8.
The hag does not fall asleep.
Oh, yeah, really?
I'm going to rage. I've got 2 more for today.
Rage.
I will try and attack her. 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
11 damage.
Hazel.
Anywhere near me? Is there?
Frightened. Frightened means
Ooh. Sorry.
you have disadvantage on ability checks and attacks, and you cannot willingly move closer to the source of your fear.
I want to pull out a wooden plank, one of my wooden stakes, and hold it, and then cast catapult on it.
10 dex save.
That does not save. 21 damage.
21.
Bludgeoning damage.
Holy.
The wooden stake flies at the hag and hits her lengthwise in the chest. And the stake shatters into a million pieces. It makes an audible squelching noise
Is that
mixed with some. Imagine a chicken bone, cooked chicken bone being pulled out of its socket, that kind of noise. That's the noise it makes when it impacts her. Roll a wisdom saving throw against frightened. You are still frightened.
That was a 1.
Hey, guess what? Hazel. Roll a wisdom saving throw.
I'm going to Tides of Chaos then, so I can roll advantage on this. Flat 10.
10. You drop to 0 hit points. The hag's death glare finds purchase on Hazel. She cackles with glee.
You're going to pay for it.
I'm in shock.
I'm gonna loose an arrow, another arrow. Critical 20.
Critical hit.
7. 22. Piercing.
Do you wish to kill this hag?
Yes.
Yes!
Oh, wow.
Can I search her body? I want to search her body.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
I'm gonna
whoa, whoa. The body's still warm.
Good berries. I
and
feed
wet.
good berries into
I'm
your
still-
mouth.
You've successfully resolved combat.
Good bears.
10 HP.
Ooh.
Roll investigation check, Eden.
14. No.
The hag is not actually a hag, but a construct made to look like a hag.
Guys, these things are coming out of the ground. The holes. They're not safe to stay in here. This place is booby-trapped to the nines.
What are you doing?
Back to sleep.
No, we're just gonna get attacked by more of this cave stuff.
Okay, we can't.
We gotta inspect the walls or something. There's got to be more to this room.
Is it dark in here? Should I? If I light my dagger, can I see any writings on the wall?
You can cast light on your dagger,
It's a cantrip.
and now bright light is radiating the area rather than dim light. You
Some
search
kinda hint.
the walls. Roll an investigation check.
It's a 7.
Your investigation of the wall reveals that they are natural cave walls.
Yeah.
Pulling over the-
Even if we knock it over,
Maybe
Nah,
I'll knock
just
into
never
the
mind.
wall. The door? Is it tall enough that it'll hit
no,
knock
it's only
over?
25
If we're,
feet tall.
if we're
Oh.
under the lake, can we fill this or we'll just drown?
Do we have any other
I'll
ideas?
help you try to
we can
push
tie
it
a
over.
rope
Okay,
around
let's
it and
push
all
over.
pull at the same
Push
time.
over.
You can't like take one of your javelins and like wedge it and like move it.
I want to look at the door.
I mean, I can do the
wanna look at
beans,
the
I
door.
guess.
Based on the
Roll
scene?
perception check.
Well,
There's a stone archway framing a stone slab. You can see a seam around the stone slab. You can see that there's a seam around the stone archway. Yes, there's a seam, and it also goes all the way around to the base of the stone slab.
I'm gonna knock-
Entertainers
can I
back?
knock- I'm just gonna knock on it.
You knock your fist upon the cold, hard stone. It is knocking on solid stone.
I'm gonna shocking grasp the door-shaped stone part.
The shocking grasp goes off. The stone slab remains unchanged.
I would like to
Let's push
see.
over the bowl.
I would like to see if I can track the hag's footsteps. Who wants to come with me?
I'll go.
I don't want to go. I
Footsteps
was the
of
one
the
who got
thing.
death glared. I'm not going out for wherever she came from.
I got
What
death
does
glared,
seam
sir.
mean to you?
The door.
Seam indicates two separate pieces.
The door will move if we put a boulder on top of the pillar, but
I
it's
was
25
trying-
feet up.
Oh, when are we just
Will
not
it?
Is
strong
that
enough?
not
You guys
obvious
are
to everybody else?
pretty-
I don't. Well, we've exhausted our ideas on how to get the boulder.
Well,
up
we
there.
don't have a means to do it.
So I hear Robair and Korv
Yeah.
are going outside to search the rest of the chamber. Roll a perception check.
20.
You
Ooh, let me
see
do
that the
20
footsteps
something.
of the hag came from the
What's 9
stream.
plus-
They originate
Oh.
from the stream of water.
How deep is that stream?
Not very deep, maybe a foot. You know you're under a lake, and you surmise that this is lake water that's somehow getting here, but you don't know how. Hazel and Idunn, what are you doing?
I want to climb on top of the pillar and look at the ceiling.
Ceiling above the pillar looks to be natural cave ceiling in line with the rest of the cave ceiling.
I'm gonna sit on the boulder and watch for
Idunn.
any enemies.
As Idunn sits on the boulder, she notices it gives.
Guys,
How
You
far did
feel movement.
So
Hey,
is she
hey.
still sitting on it?
A little bouncy.
yeah, I didn't move.
Try moving it some more. A little
Can I
bouncy.
do that? I want to do that.
You can feel it give ever so slightly as
A little bit.
as you bounce up and down on the boulder.
I want to climb over or climb down and try to sit on it as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, I'll pick you up.
You both climb on top of the boulder, and you feel it sink into the ground ever so slightly. Roll perception checks.
Hey,
18.
Oh my god.
Eden, as she is sitting on the boulder with Hazel, notices that as the boulder she sits on moves down ever so slightly, the pillar in the center of the room moves up ever so slightly.
Actually, get off of it. Does it come back up?
Okay, we jumped off. Did it
Yes,
move?
you see that it goes back up.
Okay. We
Robair,
just need something heavy on
Korv.
top of it.
Eden found something. She moved the boulder
The
down with a
boulder
lot of weight.
moves.
And it
Weird.
moved the pillar
Everybody
up.
get on. Get on boulder.
You all stand on the boulder, and you feel the boulder slowly sink down into the earth under your combined weight. As the boulder sinks down, the central pillar rises up, and you can see that hidden underneath the ground level, there is a hollow in the base of the pillar that is revealed as the pillar moves up.
Korv, you're the lightest one. Go see what's under there. Be careful though. Be careful.
Is it big enough for me to fit in?
It is a 2-foot everything hole.
Okay, so I'm gonna investigate.
As you
Oh,
get
crap.
off of the rock, it slowly begins,
Oh, no, wait,
begins
wait.
to go back up. Roll a dex check.
It's a 9.
You are not quick enough to get into the hole before it closes up.
I know.
Robair, you want to give it a
I'll
shot?
give it a shot.
We use like
The
a
three
mage
other
hand?
heroes jump on the boulder
mage
and
hand.
raise the pillar up.
Mage hand.
Ooh.
Robair dives off and rolls a dex check to try and get at the hole before
Mage hand.
it closes up.
Well, do it, innocent.
17.
Robert, with the speed of
Oh.
wind, dives in, feels around with his hand, and feels a distinct lever.
Pulls it.
You pull the lever, you feel some sort of release trigger, and you hear a rumbling sound as you retract your hand from the hole. The stone slab on the archway to the east sinks down into the earth.
Robair, you
The
so
path
quick.
is revealed.
Eden gets
Couldn't have
excited
done it
and
without
drops
you guys.
everybody.
I'm so freaking proud of us.
It's obvious to everybody, right? It's obvious what we have to do.
A million
I thought
level.
yeah, that's what I said.
I know. That's
Levitate's
what I
not
was
the
like.
Do you want an
no.
apology, DM?
I like simple puzzles. This room is flooded by an ankle-deep layer of lake water. It is not difficult terrain. A large boulder rests atop a dry island in the center of the room. You can see a small hollow at the base of the boulder.
I'm flying over to it.
Watch
a
out for the
bug?
water. We don't know what's in the water.
I'm flying. I'm gonna check out how big it is and what's inside of it. Stick my
It is
lip.
a small hollow. It contains a satchel.
Your HP's low?
Oh, I'm grabbing it.
Inside the satchel,
Cast another good berry. No, 10 more HP to you.
inside the satchel you find 200 silver pieces
Oh. You gonna share that information?
and a note.
Oh.
A note written in common that
Where?
reads, "Congratulations on making it this far. You might need this to pay the ferryman if you continue onwards."
No.
Why don't you hold on to it for
Just
now?
keep it together.
Are you
Oh,
sure?
Come on.
Just hold on to it.
Okay.
Come on. Let her be generous.
How about if we get out of here with the 200 silver coin, then we divide it up,
Oh,
alright?
I don't know. You already gave it to me.
I want to look really in depth at the water, but I want to stay on the land while doing that.
Roll perception check.
16.
You look at the water, and it looks clear. It looks quite beautiful, reflecting the light that is still on Korv's dagger. Korv saw a way forward.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's all
I
I
saw
need
a
to
way
know.
forward.
we-
Let's walk. We can walk over there.
Yeah, we can walk across
Yeah.
here.
It's not very-
Let's
it's
avoid
very
the
shallow.
water if we can.
Korv sees a very long, very narrow stone bridge over a dark body of water.
Ooh.
You three roll a straight dex check.
10.
You're just standing there.
18.
You both sidle over.
Eden?
Hey guys,
think you
where's
can come now.
where's Eden?
Eden was
Where
watching
you
in
are?
case something attacked.
Roll a dex check.
5. Damn.
Eden slips and splashes into the water.
Oh,
As Eden splashes into the
This is
water,
why I
it
didn't
begins
want
to
to
churn and froth and swirl and rise up into a massive water spout. The water spout stretches from the floor to the ceiling,
Oh,
and it
jeez.
is moving at extremely high velocity. Looks like if anything were to be sucked into there, it would be demolished.
I cast a frostbolt at it.
Can we just run?
Your
Guys.
frost bolt is absorbed by the water spout. Roll for initiative.
14 on the Hazel.
8.
9.
14. Is all of the water being pulling towards the spout?
Yes.
I'd like to sidle up and get close to Eden. Then I'd like to cast jump on Eden. Your jump distance is tripled.
Yeah, I'm gonna run still. The last thing I do before I get out of range shot, I just throw another frostbolt.
Your
at it.
ray of frost is
Ray of frost.
absorbed in the churning, swirling water spout.
Know if we can kill this thing. We might just need to get out of here, guys.
I want to escape. I'm in through the tunnel. I push past Hazel. I'm going.
I'm gonna stand up and jump towards the sand over here.
Who's up?
Next is Spout.
Begins to move.
Robair is going to exit with Robair's friends.
This bridge is 5 feet wide and 30 feet up from dark waters below. You can tell that it is hazardous to cross this bridge. Moving at full speed will make it more hazardous to cross. After noticing this, if you are indeed going to go onto the bridge, you're going to have to roll some checks. The slower you move, the safer you'll be.
I'll go half speed.
Roll an acrobatics check.
7.
You fall off the bridge.
No!
Roll another acrobatics check.
6.
Wow. You land awkwardly on the water and take 5 fall damage. The water is calm, but you hear slithering along the sides of the walls.
I'm gonna try to cross this bridge, but very slowly.
Roll an acrobatics check.
5.
You fall. Roll another acrobatics check.
11.
You do not land awkwardly, so you do not take fall damage. You splash into the water.
So I'm going to fly up about 10 feet, and I'm going to use my dagger to see what the slithering sound is.
You see crocodiles.
I want to jump in and go after the crocodile. Like my old nemesis.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I'm coming.
Roll an acrobatics check.
12.
You dive in. You don't fall awkwardly, and you dive into the water. You see the spout slide over and cascade into the walls of this narrow funnel that leads onto the bridge and dissipate, spraying water all across the bridge.
Oh, no.
The
Saito Bob.
water
Okay,
spout
thank
is
you.
now gone, but now you have 3 people in the water 30 feet down from the bridge with crocodiles. A crocodile attacks Eden, and there's a miss on Eden.
I'm going to attack the crocodile near Hazel. 22 to hit.
That will hit.
7 piercing damage.
Hazel's gonna disengage from this dude and swim to the other edge.
I'm going to cast Vicious Mockery.
It passed its saving throw of wisdom. It rolled a 19.
I want to hit
I'm
the
in the air.
Take a swing. 8 to hit.
That will not hit.
Oh,
1
wait.
attack on Eden, 1 attack on Robair. Critical fail on Idunn. And Robair, miss.
Another attack on the croc. 14 to hit.
That will hit.
9 damage. 9 piercing.
Ray of Frost on the croc next to Robair. 25 to hit.
A hit.
That's 3 ice damage.
Are you trying to kill the crocodile?
I definitely want that croc dead.
I'm gonna go ahead and try my great luck at a short bow right at the remaining crocodile. Up in the
Short
air.
bow. We'll say that you move within 20 feet of it, so you have
I would like
regular
to-
attack.
I'm close enough to hit him, but let's just see if I can actually hit him. Oh, yay! Okay, it's 22.
22 will hit.
Yeah. 9 damage.
I'm gonna hit him. 13. to
13
hit.
will hit.
10 damage.
Are you trying to kill this crocodile?
Yes.
Put him in my beak. Whoa.
You successfully resolve combat.
Awake now.
All right, I'm gonna fly to the other side of this bridge.
You see a small chamber, once again, through a stone archway. You see a small chamber and a large iron door.
I'm gonna tie a rope around, knot it somehow, have the remaining drape over into the water.
You tie your rope around the bridge.
It sure
drape
is
down
hard to
into the
walk
water,
across a bridge.
And everybody crawls up and manages to scramble on top of the bridge.
I pick up my rope.
Thank you.
You are all now in this small chamber.
It's a little tight. What am I seeing on this iron door?
It is a plain, unfurnished iron door.
Can I open it? Does it have
you-
like a handle?
Are you going to attempt to open
Oh,
it?
yeah. I'm going right to it.
You push open the door. In this room, you see more streams of water leaking in from the lake above. This water, however, is glowing with a bluish tint, illuminating the room. Several stone pillars reach up to the ceiling 30 feet above. 2 menacing statues of horned devils glower with contorted faces from the corners of the chamber. You can also see 4 gated-off sconces, 2 on each opposite wall. A rough-hewn throne made out of rock sits upon a raised dais on the far end of the room. A number of ancient torch holders are around the room, long since extinguished of any flame. You are currently looking in from the antechamber. Sitting on the throne, you see a tome and a javelin. Korv enters the chamber. As Korv crosses the threshold, a voice begins to speak, which gives you pause. A voice which speaks in deep speech and is currently unintelligible.
I cast Comprehend Languages to try to hear what it's saying.
The voice is deep and calm and thrums with otherworldly power. Please just do me a favor and stay on that side of the pillars.
I relate this information to everybody, of course. Which side of what? Where?
The far
This
side of the
side.
pillars away from the throne.
Hi, who are you?
A strange being floats up and over and around the throne. It looks like this.
Oh, no, kids,
okay.
adorable. I love eyeballs.
Are you the one controlling all of the creatures in this cave?
No, I don't control them. I'm just guarding the throne. You know how it is.
What needs to be
the
guarded?
shrines.
The tome and the javelin, of course.
So this whole area is underneath a tower owned by our friend Atri.
Well, I suppose times change, don't they?
Could we just have the tome?
No, unfortunately not. I was summoned and set here to guard the tome and the javelin.
By who?
Brodondo Rolando.
We are messengers from Brodondo Rolando. He said that you
I
can...
highly doubt it. Brodondo Rolando summoned me 100 years ago.
Brodondo Rolando's gonna be really pissed. He said that you would say that, and that it's time for you that you're losing your edge. It's time to let us guard it now.
Well, regardless of what he said to you, he gave me very specific orders when he summoned me, and I cannot break those orders. My orders are to guard the tome and the javelin.
Oh boy, well he told us, that
Am I relaying this between the two of us?
tell him to
have to.
say, that it's. He said
I
the same
mean,
thing to us. It's time to
technically-
changing of the guard.
Technically, you can't speak back, but that's no fun, so I'm giving it to you.
Oh, okay.
Also,
Deep
he's
set in
not
there?
talking. He's
Telepath.
Speech.
telepathing.
Well, I
Hey,
guess
odd
we don't
question.
have to.
All the other rooms had some kind of easy puzzle to solve and get out of the bathtub. Any know anything about a puzzle in here?
No, Brodondo was fond of his puzzles.
So you just want to straight up fight, or
I don't want to fight at all. I didn't choose to be here. Brodondo summoned me.
we're trying to clean this place out so that our wizard friend above can no longer have to hear the scratching and clawing of constructs.
Ask it if there's any more to this place or is this the end?
What's with these gargoyle statues?
They are here to ward off and scare anybody who tries to take the tome. He themed this place as a very scary, stereotypical example of an evil lair, you see.
Do you know if this area goes any deeper, or is this the final chamber for Rodondo Rolando's?
This is the final chamber. Here lies his tome and his javelin. And me, of course, but nobody ever asks me how I'm doing.
I did.
How you doing, sir?
Just wondering what you're doing and hanging out. You don't have to fight. You can join our side.
What is your name?
I'm Hazel. This is Robair. He's the talkative one that you can't understand.
Hello.
This bird flying one is Korv. She likes shinies, and this is Idunn.
Hello, Hazel. Hello, Idunn. Hello, Korv. Hello, Robair.
He says hi to everyone. What was your
What's
name?
Oh, you asked my name. Thank you so very much. My name is Brodrox.
Sorry, so you said that again. The name was close to my dad's name. That was.
My name is Brodrox.
Oh my gosh, Hazel, it's your freaking dad.
No. It's a common pronunciation difference. He just says it a certain way. I don't think this is my dad. What do you guys want to do here? We can just leave.
He looks this way. It means to say, it's rude to interrupt our guests. Knock it off. I'm sorry. They haven't seen guests in a long time.
Well, I mean, yeah, what do you guys do to pass the time down here? It must be horrifically boring.
It has been 100 years. Mostly we play 20 questions. I always seem to win, though.
What if we play a game for the book?
That's not how this works.
How many others are here?
Ask what's so special about the javelin and book, if you can.
I want to know how many other things he's talking to in here.
Oh, well, there's me, there's Grady, there's Hardy, there's Stony, there's Rocky, there's Alabaster, there's Chip, there's Flint, there's Marcus. There's also Rolo and Hondo, but they sleep most of the time.
Do you happen to know what's so special about the book and javelin?
They belong to Rodondo Rolando.
Who's dead?
I can only assume. Humans do not generally live more than 100 years.
Do you know what's animating you guys?
I am alive.
Oh, you're right. I forgot about that. Sorry. You're very spectral.
I am not spectral at all.
Why is this water glowing blue?
It's a simple enchantment.
Oh, just to light it up?
Yes. You can have a drink if you want. It's perfectly safe.
Okay.
I'm going to have a
Just
drink.
stay on the other side of the pillars, if you would.
I take a drink of the glowing water.
It tastes refreshing.
I want some too.
Hazel, ask him what happens if we cross the pillars.
I'm pretty confident everyone's going to
Just
attack us, but
ask.
what would happen for a friend, incidentally, if we crossed over onto your side of this pillar?
If you cross the pillar, then I'm afraid I will have to destroy you.
And that the only rule of you destroying? What other stipulations would cause you to be angry?
Should anyone come close to the throne, then I am to destroy them. Rodondo Rolando charged me with guarding these treasures from those who would use them for evil. 100 years!
We have no
It's a
intention
long
to use them
time.
for evil.
You can say that all you want, but I have my orders.
What about 200 silver coins?
Money is of no use to me.
No.
Can't you just come back next year?
Next year.
What's happening next year?
In 1 year, 101 years will have passed, and my servitude will be complete.
Oh.
Well, sure.
All right. Who needs to?
Wait, maybe you've been underground for a long time. Maybe you don't know how much time has actually passed.
I have an exquisite sense of time.
Oh.
No, Flint, that watch you gave me was broken. I never used it, I'm sorry to tell you.
I don't see any sparklies around.
Do you know a quick
The
safe?
javelin is incredibly
Oh, it's shiny.
attractive.
Oh no, guys! I saw the javelin just now.
Obviously magical.
Do you know a quick way out of here?
The only way out is the way you came.
Look, can I be honest with you? We want that stuff, but we don't. We're just trying to see if we can get around Rodondo's situation.
Unfortunately, his orders were very simple. If anyone tries to take these, I destroy them.
I say we come back.
I want to read the book. I'm not going to lie.
A student of literature, are you?
I'm trying to learn as much as I can about magic.
Rodondo Rolando was a legendary magician.
What race was he?
Human. This book was penned directly by him and contains details on an ancient evil.
What if I leave you the book? I can just read it. Or can you read it to me?
Yeah.
Pop that baby open.
Can
We'll
you
just do it.
wait? Can you make a copy for us?
Yeah, I'll just write it down. You tell me what's in it. We don't have to have a fight.
Telepathically?
Yeah.
He can read it to you.
Okay.
Tell me about this ancient evil.
It flips open and he begins to read, and I'm going to say you transcribe it.
Thank you. Many I.
Do you want to read this out loud, you guys, or what do you guys want to do?
Yeah, maybe it has something about the javelin.
If you're reading this, then you're overcome my challenges and earned my javelin. I'm sorry I had to make everything look all undead and necrotic and everything, but that's sort of a motif usually discourage the riffraff from exploring too deep. Take good care of my javelin. I call her Charlene. but I won't get mad if you call her something else.
Aww.
After all, I'm pretty long dead by now. I'm probably long dead right now. So what am I going to do? Haunt you? Well, I suppose I shouldn't speak too soon. Who knows in this crazy world? I just might. I digress. I leave the tome behind so that I might warn the heroes of the next age against the grave threat to feed us. A crazy strong weapon created by the tieflings of Dale Turoth. Back in the days of the Great War, they called it the Ender Archons, and it was supposed to be the Big Bang Magilla to wipe out the Dragonborn once and for all. As far as I can figure, they've never actually unleashed it upon the world, but that didn't stop Aarakocra from rigging up a countermeasure of their own. Dragonborn cities tended to be put out in the open or high up in the sky, easily destroyed during wartime, so records and relics of them are hard to come by, unfortunately. I don't know anything else about the Aarakocran countermeasure. Dale Turoth, on the other hand, most of these cities were underground, like the ones you just came through. Surprise! Choristos and Dalors probably once had parties down there, so information and records were far more preserved and easier to find. If I know anything about this world, it's that some stupid evil, hooded or so-and-so villain will undoubtedly get their hands on the knowledge too and try to use them to enslave the world or destroy it or whatever the heck goes through the brains of those weirdos. Therefore, I'll tell you everything I've figured out about the Ender Archons. Lesson 1. Energy! Whatever the Ender Archon is, it needs some sort of crazy energy to activate. Aarakocra and Dale Turoth are the only civilizations with that kind of crazy magical power, so whatever energy is needed to activate this thing will have to come from some sort of relic that was around them during the Great War. Keep your eyes open for anything tied to either of the ancient empires. Lesson 2. Never keep all the information in one place. Sorry there, pal, but I'm going to hide another tome somewhere else. Keep your eyes open. That's a beholder joke. Sorry if any of your friends died while fighting Broadrux. Hey, it's you, man. And remember to wash behind your ears.
That sounds
Probably need that javelin. We probably have to fight Broadrux. Well, the spear is part of protecting from this oncoming evil that's coming.
Charlene.
We don't need spear. Come.
I got what I needed out of this place. All the knowledge a girl can eat.
Not really a lot.
It's a lot more to go on. We had no idea what even was the
That's true.
intent of.
That's true. And we know that the gemstone that was taken out of Petunia's probably has something to do with the
Power or
Aarakocran
relic, yeah.
power. Yeah. I don't need to fight this thing.
Bye, sir. Thank you for help. Okay, let's go. Let's go come back in here.
Broadrux, you've been very helpful. We've decided to not trouble you anymore.
beast.
Enjoy your last year.
Very well.
And thanks for all your help.
You're welcome.
Is there a specific date that we should know about when your time of servitude is up?
I don't know the specific date. All I know is that I will know when I am released from servitude.
Okay.
Can you somehow chill out on the creepy crawlies down here for a while that last year's happening?
I didn't create them.
Yeah.
Back out of the room.
Yeah, we're gonna leave.
We have to go
It's
back?
no surprise the javelin of lightning is difficult to wield.
I don't care. Let's go.
Sounds like, yeah.
No, Marcus. No.
Wait.
Don't call them names. They're not weaklings for running away. Marcus has always been the problem child. Don't listen to him.
I'm not translating anymore for Marcus. Yeah, no, they all said goodbye and thanks. And you're very good at knots.
Oh, okay. Maybe we go. Let's go. Maybe we go.
So you are going to cross back over the stone bridge.
I'm just gonna try. Robair's gonna try to cross regularly by himself.
Roll acrobatics check, Robair.
21.
Robair is able to move your speed. Who else is going across?
I am. I will be next.
How fast?
I'm gonna go half speed as well.
Roll acrobatics.
I got a 2.
You fall. If you're tied to Hazel, roll strength check.
Oh, that's a 7.
You fall together. Both of you roll an acrobatics check.
10.
11.
You hit the water awkwardly, and you take 5 fall damage.
Yeah, I do.
That rope I got from earlier, I'm going to go ahead and let it down from the bridge.
Okay.
You guys can climb, right?
The rest of you climb back
Very
up.
fun.
As you enter this room, there are indeed 3 chains. The remains of the kobolds you destroyed earlier are gone.
And the sea hag that we.
Her remains are still there.
This traps might be reset, guys. Be careful in this room. I don't see the corpses of the things we killed, but the chain
No,
is back.
everything's like
The
gone.
chain is back. I bet it's
Stay away from the chain.
Don't touch the chain, please.
As you walk back into this room, you once again see the 2 suits of armor, and they accost you. Once again, they speak in deep speech. One of them says, "Think what it takes to take down the freshest flow force this world has ever seen. Follow our moves and add one of your own to the end. First one to drop a beat 3 times is the loser with a pulverized L."
Can we just leave? We don't actually have to fight.
The other one picks up a bucket of water and dumps it into his head, and the steam issues out, and his laser lights start up.
Let's just walk by him, guys.
He executes a series of expert dance moves.
Yeah, let's see.
and then steps back, waiting for you to do your own.
Can we sneak past him?
You cannot sneak. He's waiting for you to dance.
I'll go.
He has failed 3 times, and they step back.
Right.
Once again, you make it past the suits of armor.
He was a pedophile.
Good job,
Woo! Yeah, my wing.
You make it to the original area with the stone bridge, and there are 2 skeletons on the bridge blocking the way.
Uh-oh, what was the password?
Oh, looks like we got more. Well, that's
prayer.
strange they're coming from this way,
Hey, you
but
guys, remember
it's
us?
still, it's we can't let anyone past. I suppose it's both ways, right? Yeah, I
Prayer.
suppose it's both
No,
ways.
I know.
We're gonna say it's both ways. Yeah.
Guys,
everyone
it's,
goes to
your
try it
prayers.
back. Oh, you didn't even give us a chance to tell you our spiel.
You don't remember us. We were just here.
We've never seen you before in our lives.
You seem to be stuck on a loop, guys. That's why we're coming
Well,
from this side.
it's not very fun, but I suppose you knew the password. Perhaps that's why they were from the other side, and I don't know, maybe. Who knows how long they've been stuck in there? I suppose so. They could have been stuck in there for a very long time trying to get out. Well, who are we to know? We never leave this spot, so how can we know where they're coming from? Well, that's why you got to think outside the box now, don't you?
We can pass then, right?
Yeah, you could get past.
All right, thank you.
Let's go.
I've been working on a new one. It goes like a... So you bypass the skeletons, and you can head back up the way you came. As you get back upwards towards the tower, you see a large, what looks to be the back of a bookshelf that has been moved in front of the opening.
Secret knock.
You hear a voice from the other side of the bookshelf.
Did you get rid of all the undead things down there? I know they're down there.
So, sort of, but we have news for you about that.
What? Did you get rid of them or not?
It turns out they constantly regenerate because they were summoned by Robrado Dando Rolando.
I know.
The legendary hero?
Yeah, he put them all down there to block some stuff. They got about a year left down here. It'd be easier if you open up the bookshelf so we can have
How can I be sure that you aren't one of them?
to ask something only we would know.
Eden, knock down this bookshelf.
How many fingers am I holding up?
Get your
Take
mind
your
reading potion.
I'm not
How
wasting
would
it.
possibly know that? Eater, come on. We just had a conversation earlier.
You
Wait.
don't even know my name. You're not real.
A tree. I came in here asking you about questions. You told me to just not try to deal with magic. Remember that?
So why are you trying so hard to get past this bookshelf?
I'm not-
You're trying to strip my flesh from my bones and transform me into one of your undead horrors, aren't you?
Listen.
Aren't you?
We could get out if we wanted to. Let's just say that.
So then do it.
Okay.
I back away for Eden.
I'm gonna punch the back of the bookshelf as hard as I can.
A hole in
Roll a strength check.
22.
22. The bookshelf flies back as Eden thrashes it forward. Etri is sitting in a chair sipping tea at a table.
Oh,
I knew you had it in you.
I'm not replacing that.
He
that's
gesticulates with his hand and the bookshelf reconstitutes itself.
Ooh.
Well, we tell him about what's the contents of
Well,
the
yeah, I'm going to continue our
tower.
conversation. So this is what was down there. This is what we learned about Rodondo Rolando. And I show him my transcript of what we found.
Fascinating.
But yeah, as for your actual infestation of what we have learned as constructs down there, they got about a year till they expire, so you just might have to deal with that. They seem not to care, though.
And
they
they
seem to
re-
be just guarding their
They
rooms.
fix themselves up after you defeat them, too.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
But I think,
Spectator, eh? I'll have to try and get one of those myself.
yeah, he's very nice down there, but you have to get through a lot of stuff to get to him.
What is a spectator?
It's a lesser beholderkin summoned to guard a site by powerful
Oh, that's what
spellcasters.
that was.
They only have 4 eye stalks as opposed to 8. Still very, very, very dangerous.
He was very chatty and very nice as long as we didn't provoke him.
Well, they have no reason to be aggressive unless you violate the terms of their service. This is a fascinating find, perhaps a better find than I had previously expected.
My interest
You
is...
did well to leave it alive.
Well, I figured even if we destroyed it, it would just come back.
Maybe he has another 101 years of servitude ahead of him.
The Rodondo Rolando tome mentioned other tomes hidden elsewhere in Arcosian ruins and whatnot. Anything strike your mind? You know this world a lot,
I do. There are sites that dot the entire world.
especially this Dale Turoth,
Baal,
Baal,
Turoth,
the
the
beast.
ancient tiefling empire.
because all the Dragonborn ones might have been destroyed. We're looking for relics and stuff.
Well, we think a Herod is trying to activate the Acrons.
You know, he's trying to find power and powerful
Archons?
relics.
That sounds ominous.
Why else would Herod want the gem from the Arcosian.
I'm sorry, you have a gem from Aarakocra?
No, we had a druid.
Well,
something
Herod
with
has it.
Herod has it now.
You let a gem of Aarakocra make fall into the hands of this Herod?
We were asking for help.
Well, you
yeah.
weren't there to help us, were you? So you don't really have room to talk about,
tried to
what's
kill the whole
good
town of
about
Star.
the situation. But yes, we did let it happen.
He cast silence on you, on Robair.
We're after all.
But yes,
Nothing. You're silent.
the whole reason we're seeking help and the reason we came here in the first place was to gain knowledge and power to stop Herod.
So what's your plan?
Seek out relics of
I'd like
power.
to know if you know anything about gems, because I was able to acquire some, but I'm really timid about showing it to you because I don't want you to take it.
I know that gems can be used as arcane focuses for spellcasters. I have a bevy of crystals and orbs and things that I use from time to time.
Not special.
Of course they're special. I channel magic through them.
Okay, how do I do that?
Are you a wizard? Are you a sorcerer? Then
I'm a
they'd
bard.
be useless to you. You use instruments.
I'll take a look at them for you if you think I can use them. Or you
I
can
can't
sell
use them. No, I mean, if you want to look at them,
I guess I take the gems from Korv.
I toss you the sack.
As the sack is flying through the air, it floats towards that tree.
Oh, these are fine specimens of smoky quartz.
You said we
Ow.
could keep them.
Is there anything I could do with them?
I also said you could keep them if you cleared out the ruins.
Oh,
We learned more about that, even beyond the fact that
I
if we had
hate
just cleared it
this
out, you would
place.
you'd still have them in there. It was an impossible task, and I think we did quite well for you. Also, you don't want the world to end.
Maybe he's
Then you-
evil.
These are 4 prime examples of smoky quartz. Don't let anybody give you less than 50 gold each for each one of them.
And
And he floats the bag back over to Hazel. He unsilences Robair.
back to the real business. I think we're mainly at this point our biggest link is looking for ruins that might hold powerful relics that they might be trying to acquire for power.
Well, where did your scion of Aarakocra get her gem?
She doesn't remember. She had a real bad time being tortured.
Perhaps she needs to remember something.
We could ask her.
Where did the gem come from originally?
Yeah.
What kind of gem was it? Describe it. Find somebody who can tell you where it was made, where it was created, what make and model.
Since you know gems, can we just bring her to you? Oh, wait.
I don't know anything about the
Hole.
geology. I just know how to use them in sources of magical focus.
Let's go break into
You should
the
go talk to the
dwarfs.
Moon Dwarves if you want to learn about where gems come from.
Yeah, that's a bit of a thorn. We have no access to the moon doors. They won't see us.
We've been over this.
Yeah, let's go break in.
I don't think that would really endear us to them at this point. We do have the name of the one
They
that
might be
Eater
trapped.
knew.
It's a nice bracelet you have there, Hobble.
What?
Oh, I'm sorry, Hagrid.
My name is Hazel, thanks.
And mine is Etri.
Well,
Very well, Etri. Let's leave. Let's
unless
go.
you know any more for us, think
Thank you, Idunn, Corpse Knotter Gildengard.
Oh, you know everyone.
We should go talk. We should go talk to Petunia, and then also probably take a good rest after getting.
Yes.
You head out back down to the wharf. It has been like 3 or 4 hours total.
Old man Murphy still waiting.
He is asleep underneath a canopy that has been stretched over his boat.
And I can try to not startle him and wake him up this
Roll
time.
intimidation.
8.
Old Man Murphy awakes with a start and grabs a belaying pin that he's been keeping beside him.
Hey.
What? Who is there goes there? Hi, stealing my boat on my watch? I think not. You will have to wake up much earlier than that to trick Murphy.
We're Old Man Murphy. It's just us. It's just us. We,
Oh,
you took us here, remember? Hazel.
Yes.
I see you're always as vigilant as ever. Thanks, everyone.
Vigilance is key to survival.
Thank you for guarding the boat.
How did it go?
We learned a lot, but also so little.
Fantastic. That is the way of the world now, isn't it? The more you learn, the less you really know.
Can you mind taking us back to the mainland?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Here we go. Casting off. Everybody on board. Unless you're going to swim again.
I'm flying.
Hazel finds
No,
a
I'll
seat.
take the boat.
He ferries you back across the lake. It is definitely past evening now.
I want to check in with the sisters.
Yep, let's go back.
If they'll have us, sure.
You guys
They've still
secured
got
lodging
Petunia.
there, and that's
Yeah.
where Petunia went.
Yeah.
That'd be a good time to decompress and share. Petunia, anything new development-wise?
Did you get a job, Petunia, maybe?
I've been helping the Stowaday sisters. The farm is very fascinating. Each windmill is engineered to process a different type of crop.
Wow, that's very interesting.
We fought a bunch of constructs underground. It was terrifying, and met a spectator.
She looks saddened as you tell her this.
We should tell her about
share her the tome that I pulled down. This is stuff we've learned about what possibly the Herod might have wanted with your gem. I don't know if you know of any of these old ruins. You have those visions you talked about were from the ancient times.
As you show her the excerpt from the Journal of Brodando Rolando, she opens her eyes widely. The Ender Archons. I know of the Ender Archons. Aarakocra was building a countermeasure to stop them. And I remember! The prophecy that I spoke is the key to the countermeasure against the Ender Archons. The prophecy was linked to the gem that I had within my chest.
You said that prophecy never managed to match up to anything in your time. Is this...
The Ender Archons were never summoned. The countermeasure was never invoked.
We now might be facing a situation where that might happen.
Without my gemstone, I'll be powerless in the face of the Ender Archons. If Herod is indeed trying to awaken the Ender Archons, we are in a bad situation.
Do you know where your gem came from?
I don't remember where it came from.
Perhaps if we find more information.
But
in
I
these
know
ruins.
that it originated of this earth. It was not created by magicians. It was merely infused with power.
How did it get infused within you?
That I can't tell you. It was part of the ritual that made me the bearer of the prophecy. I held the power within me, and when the time would come, it would be invoked. The prophecy holds the key to that invocation, though I can't tell you how it is to be interpreted. All I know is that without the gem, it cannot be invoked. I need to replace the gem.
You can replace the gem.
If it was once given, it can be once returned.
Not do anything to the gem that Herod took, or are they just gonna have two crazy powerful gems out there?
There will be two.
Oh, the Moonstone Dwarves are the only ones that are got magical gems underground.
Sounds good to me. Let's take a nap.
What can we? what if we were going to go in and somehow get into the Moonstone Dwarves? What would we need to look for in regards to something that would work for you?
They have all the knowledge of gemstones of this realm. Surely they would know which is best suited for this purpose.
I don't know if breaking in is the plan, but it might be the only one. Sisters,
We'll try
do
to
you
sneak
know?
in.
Are there any shipments that go in there that we can?
You guys are talking about breaking into the Moon Dwarf Clan?
We
What
need
else
to get
can
in
we
there.
do?
That's a dangerous proposition. They are fiercely territorial and highly traditional.
How many of you met?
Oh, well, our father, he knew a couple. Before he passed away, he was friends with a few of them. He learned a couple of things. Yeah, they don't take kindly to anybody who try and deceive them.
Yeah, I'd rather not.
Well, we can't. We don't even have a chance to deceive them because we can't get to their place of where they live.
What else did your father find out about them besides that they just don't take kindly?
They really like their drinking contests. Old man Murphy,
I
man,
can drink.
he would drink Sorig Steelhammer under the table, somehow. Or so my daddy told us.
He did mention him, but he may have passed now.
Oh, yeah, he's long gone.
Where would they have these drinking? Is it they never come out of their homes? How would we even get?
You need to go talk to the mayor and get him to give you access, I suppose.
I look deeply at Robair.
Hey, look, he doesn't have a sense of humor. Now we know that. So next time when
We'll send Korv.
we can send Korv and Idunn to go talk to him.
But also, do you think you could handle a drinking contest with a dwarf?
I'm
Korv is
down to try.
charismatic. I can. I do.
Yeah, Idunn likes
I
it
liked
too.
it.
Well, it's a good sign we have such alcoholics in our.
Well, you know, sometimes drinking water isn't always a safe bet. At least alcohol, you're not going to get water poisoning.
Sometimes you don't know when your friends have poisoned the water around. Mayor
Becomes
doesn't know.
less
Mayor doesn't
important.
know Korv or Idunn.
I know.
Let's send them in there.
Oh, what a great idea, Hazel. Oh, jeez. You are so smart.
Did you drink earlier today, Robair? What's going on? Just gotta have a
No,
heroin.
you're just so smart with coming up with original, fresh ideas for us.
He's sleepy.
All right, I guess we'll go talk tomorrow.
The three sisters are giving you scowls. Girl's just trying to help out.
I know, I'm congratulating her for her smart, fresh ideas.
You're being
original.
sarcastic, sir.
No, I would never.
I was feeling.
No
a little
wonder the
sarcastic.
mayor doesn't like you. I can see why.
Look, some people can't handle it. That's fine.
No wonder your wife doesn't want you to come back.
Oh.
Well, I'm not there, so you're probably right.
Like, well,
I'm going to bed.
I'm very glad our father raised us properly.
Yes, to live in a town full of thieves. Very smart move.
We can hey,
and
guys,
make an honest living amongst them.
It's okay. Robair is just sometimes hard to deal with, but I know we know he means well. He's helped us out a lot.
Who hurt you, elemental man?
Look, I'm a Genasi out of my place. I have to live with a bunch of normal people who can't fly or breathe underwater. It just gets boring.
So why don't you seek a way back to the realm of elemental chaos?
I am seeking out other Genasi who will help me with these such answers. But until then, I'm trying to correct all the ills of the land. There's so freaking many.
Correcting ills by stifling a young girl's suggestions with sarcasm?
Look, maybe you don't freaking remember me suggesting the exact same thing last session 2 weeks ago.
Oh.
That's fine. That's fine.
No, actually, in my notes, I did write down Robair made a great suggestion, and that's why I brought it up.
Well, that's why I'm saying you're so
You should
smart.
be proud
clever.
of her, not sarcastic, for remembering all your plans.
Oh, geez, thanks, Stoadays. You're
Guys,
very welcome.
We
Thank
can-
you for the
it's fine.
suggestion.
No one has to. No worries. It's all fine, guys. I'm gonna head back to my inn. I've already paid
so
for
sweet.
it, and my stuff's over there. So if you don't mind, Petunia, are you staying here? You still have a room over there.
We talked about this before. I'm sorry that no one else remembers.
Yes, we're
that
sorry
I
that
brought
nobody
it up.
has your pristine genie memory.
I mean, this was only
Instead
yesterday.
of merely saying sarcastic remarks, you could have reminded her the conversation you had earlier.
Just
All
backing
right, is
out.
that our
I'm
plan
backing
for
out of the room.
tomorrow?
Well, have
Is
a
that
good
what
night,
we're,
guys.
is that
Thank
what
you,
we're doing
Stoadays
tomorrow?
sisters. I'll remember that for next time.
Okay, all right, kids.
Good night.
Play a song for them, please.
Yeah, like a song.
I'm
of
gonna
calming.
distract you and shut you all
Roll
up.
performance check.
15. Shut up.
Everybody calms down at the Song of Korv, and Petunia gladly accepts
Calm you
the
down.
invitation to stay at the Stowaday farm. You go back to the Swan Feather Inn. Roll perception check, Hazel.
Natural 20.
As you enter the Swan Feather Inn and start heading up to your room, you catch snippets of a agitated-sounding conversation between Finley and Finley. They seem to be afraid of somebody who came in earlier, afraid of what he might do. Oh, they've threatened us before. You know we can handle it. No, we can't handle it, son. We can't handle it on our own. What are you talking about? We're pushing our luck with them. I'm telling you. We need to pay up. No, Dad, we're not gonna pay up.
I mosey on over and put my arm on the table.
Welcome to the Swan Feather Inn. Your room is ready for you. I hope you've had a pleasant day, seeing the sights of Moonstone, no doubt.
Actually, yes, we got to go out on the lake, and it was quite nice.
Oh, fantastic,
But, we're here
fantastic.
accidentally. You guys might be having a problem.
No problems here at the Swan Feather Inn. No, sir. Only the best accommodations this side of the lake.
Reason with me, guys. Come on.
Roll
I know
persuasion check.
panics, people. 23. Charisma,
The
baby.
younger Finley is stoic in the face of your persuasion. The elder Finley starts to crack. Son, we need help. Come on. The witnesses, they're all over us. They're trying to get us to pay protection fees. They're going to try and invade our inn and shut us down. They threaten to burn the place down and arson and make it look like an accident. The insurance companies won't even touch us because they got their hand in all the pockets. I don't know what to do anymore. Dad! Dad, why? How do you know she isn't one of them? I'm sorry, son. I just couldn't hold it in anymore. I've been holding it for so long.
Young Finley, please keep your voice down. You know this town more than I do. There could be the witnesses anywhere.
They could be everywhere. They see everything.
Have already faced one of their lowly
What? What?
troops. Yes, there was a robbery at the Stoadays Inn, and we managed to help them by just.
Stoadays. Oh, they've always been a bastion of hope in this town.
I like that, Carl.
We can get enough of you good people on our side. Me and my adventurer friends, who you've seen probably wandering the town, could help.
Is it this one?
Can if you tell us anything you can, you know the town again more than we do. Identifications
have
of
a
certain
red one,
witnesses, locations.
The witnesses. They've come in to try and shake us
so.
down a number of times.
What's the
don't
description
know.
of the one who
It
gave you the
doesn't say.
shakedown today?
Today,
A little weird.
it was just one of their grunts, but I recognize him. He would prowl the warehouse district. No doubt one of the cronies of Riven Heath. Never liked that Riven Heath. Short time I tried to rent a warehouse down in the warehouse district. Charged me exorbitant prices. Gave me a tiny warehouse space that was barely fit to hold anything. And I noticed some of my inventory was not there when I came back. Shady individual, that Riven Heath.
This might be opposite of the direction you were thinking, but you seem to think that the Stoaday, were not of the witnesses. Do you know anyone else that you can for sure say are not bad?
The Stowaday sisters are the only three that I've seen take an active stance against the witnesses, not engaging in any type of trade other than what is lawfully sanctioned by the government.
Can you describe the guy that the grunt that came at you?
He was short, and he had a bad comb-over, and his nose had a wart on the left side. His eyes were a dark, dark brown.
Well, I will keep an eye out for him, and
Definitely seen him around the warehouse district before.
if anything else happens, let me know right away.
You see now, son? You just open up to people a little bit, and you're sure to find some good people out there.
Well then, stranger, Hazel was your name on the registry. My dad seems to trust you, but know this. You stab a feather billow in the back, and you're gonna wreak a storm back upon yourself.
I don't doubt that, but you have nothing to worry from us.
I hope not.
Beautiful woman.
The sun rises and you've taken a rest.
Robair's gonna wake up real early and try to put together a breakfast for the Stowaday farm.
I think I would manage my stuff and then just check on with Toad, little peek in on Toad,
Oh boy.
and then I would try to get as early as I can back to the Stowadays.
Checking traps too. I'd like to check traps.
All of Toad's lilac blooms have closed up into buds.
The big one thing is we'd like to get Idunn. We want to powwow with Idunn and Korv before they go into the mayor, and maybe while they're doing that, you and me can go check out the cave. We'll reconvene at the Stowadays at midday.
I want to move the
Does that sound good?
a little bit over so that the drawer, when it's open a little bit, can get sunlight for Toad.
So you're leaving Toad in a drawer?
Oh yeah.
What is your command to Toad?
Don't move. Just stay here. Don't move. And then lock all the doors and then head over to Stowaday.
First up, Hazel and Robair. Where are you going?
Do you
To
want
the beach.
scout the cave out?
Oh, you guys are going to the beach.
The one where we found Vargas.
In the sea cave, you discover two young lovers who seem to be starting to getting hot and heavy in there.
Hey!
Oh my gosh!
Knock it off!
They run away.
What are they doing?
Well, I'll tell you later.
Oh, okay. Seem to be very happy with each other.
I'm not gonna do this right now. Let's
Yeah.
look for, look, let's have a talk. There's this thing called the birds and the bees, okay? Usually it can be a boy,
If
a
you
girl,
actually
a
have
girl,
this
a
talk,
girl.
we're gonna skip over it and just roll for it.
Yeah, I'd like to do a
Charisma.
real quick.
Charisma check.
And
Do you really want me to have this talk with you? You don't know what's going on?
I'm curious.
You don't have feelings?
This is gonna be the thumbnail art of the YouTube episode where Robair has like
Absolutely
charts
curious.
and
I don't know what
diagrams.
you're
I'm gonna
talking
dole
about.
out some fathering. It's gonna be quick and concise. Steve.
Charisma check.
14.
You tell it in such a way that it doesn't freak
Look.
her out.
Oh, yeah, no, I get that. That makes sense.
Just know what you're getting into.
Thank you.
Make sure that it's a real connection. You don't want to be taken advantage of.
All right.
Let's look for a way into this.
This could get way worse. I'm letting it go.
So now we're trying to find out how the mangler disappeared from the cave without exiting through the.
Roll
Go the direction.
investigation.
6.
16.
Insulted.
You search the sea cave and you see that yes, indeed, in this tide
Charisma.
pool area, there are a number of circular areas where water is standing. You can see when it's high tide, the cave is pretty well submerged with water. Right now it's lower tide. And so in lower tide, you can see the individual chambers of where each tide pool is. And you can see that some of the tide pools are definitely deeper than others. And you suspect that one of them probably has some sort of tunnel in it.
I'll go explore in the water. You light up my dagger, and I will go explore.
Light on the dagger.
So yeah, we're gonna take time, Steve, exploring these tide pools.
Most of them are not connected, but you do find one with a tunnel that goes into it. You see some dangerous-looking sea plants within. Very colorful, very vibrant, very toxic-looking
Ooh.
plants.
Okay.
Some pink seaweed that looks like it might have some electricity charging.
Ah,
in it.
nice. Oh, dang, man. No. I hate you. This is the worst. I am actually scarred from that crap, okay? No, I'm going to try to do my best attempt to swim through the dangerous electrical pink current. I have my short
hold-
sword only. All
I'll
my
hold
gear is
everything.
with Hazel.
Roll an aquabatics check. Acrobatics.
Aquabatics.
It's just underwater.
11.
You touch one of the plants. So there are a couple types of plants. One that'll do direct damage, one that'll inflict a status effect, one that will catch you and hold you underwater.
Really should have tied a rope to your leg.
Roll
no,
a
won't be necessary.
d6.
2.
It is direct damage, 14 poison damage.
Okay.
Do you continue forward down the tunnel?
No. I'm gonna come back.
You head back up to where Hazel is.
That was very quick. Robair, what happened down there?
I think this might be the way forward. It seems like there is a growth of a very dangerous plant that is guarding the way. I touched it and it really hurt me.
The mangler dude went past us with no problem? Vargas?
Well, we don't know if he went no problem. I didn't see a dead body down there, but maybe we could find out more about this type of plant. Maybe I can get a cutting of it and bring it out.
Roll a nature check.
1.
Roll another d6.
6.
So you are grappled and held underwater by this plant
Okay.
as you try and get a cutting of it.
I'm gonna try to get another cutting of it.
Anybody else, it'd probably be a bad thing.
Like
Yeah,
to
I'll let
try.
you. I'll let you get a sample of it.
We gotta find somebody who can tell us what this junk is and how to make a soup out of it.
Jumping to Korv and Idunn, you head over to the house of the mayor. There is a secretary out front.
Hello, dear lady.
Hello, do you have an appointment with the mayor?
No, I didn't know we needed one.
Yes, in order to see the mayor, you're gonna have to make an appointment. He's a very, very busy man, you see.
What if I told you he would love to see us
Oh,
for entertainment?
is that so?
Yeah, a bird and a big.
I'm sorry, you're not on the schedule for today. Entertainment?
All right. So what if I slip you a little copper coin?
She looks at you with a really type of look.
Oh, I was just joking. I was just joking. It was just part of the entertainment. Maybe he'd love the jokes.
Not with those cheap jokes.
Well, how can I get on his schedule?
You can make an appointment. I don't know. The
here we
earliest
go.
you might be able to see him. Especially with cheap jokes like that. I don't know. Probably not for several days.
Oh, really? You're a mighty fine-looking lass. How can I would you mind like maybe going to get a cup of coffee sometime and I could see you got some
Is she into Aarakocra?
He's a handsome bird. I mean, I looked a few
I got
times.
nice mane. I mean, come on.
Roll a persuasion check.
14? Can
She
I woo her?
looks surprised. Says, "Wow, that was rather direct. Not many men are very direct. Is that a quality of all Aarakocra? I've only seen maybe one or two in my life, and they were a bit flighty. Pardon the pun."
Do you want a cup of coffee or what?
She's intrigued. Well, I suppose the mayor can get along without me for a few hour or two.
Oh.
Here we go.
There's a nice
Well,
there's a nice open air cafe outside of the Hotel
With the kids in
Azul.
bed.
But your friend still can't go in to see the mayor. If he
not going into
knows
the mayor.
if the mayor knows that I let somebody in without checking the schedule, he'd have my job.
Oh, I wouldn't want that to happen. Well,
Who said
okay.
anything about that? I'm just going to wait in the waiting room.
Honey, you're not as persuasive as your friend
I'm not
here.
trying to persuade nothing.
So, what else would it take to go see the mayor?
Since
attic,
you
you
were
know,
so
squeeze
direct,
it.
I'll be so direct with you. Your little bribe almost worked, but it was really cheap. I'm a girl with high taste, and you'd have to pay me off a little bit more for me to put you on the schedule right now. I'm a big fan of gemstones and jewelry.
Yes, I think.
How are you?
My name's Janice, by the way. What's yours?
Janice, my name is Korv. You
Korv.
might have heard about me playing in the,
It's a strong
Center?
name. So you're not married?
no. I'd rather not talk about that. But,
Oh,
I'm widowed.
A divorce. Oh, a widow.
Yeah, I've got...
That's so sad. What happened, if you don't mind me asking? I
I,
know you just said you don't want to talk about it, but I'm the kind of NPC that's really nosy and impersonal.
well, she was murdered. Typical shit.
Oh my God. That's awful.
I think I
And
have a nice ring.
incredibly attractive. I've never known somebody to be so involved in mysteriousness. I mean, the mayor has his dealings, which are
awkward.
silly and run of the mill.
A ring
know,
somewhere. I'm looking
But
for the ring.
you're far more interesting than anything
I stole
he's
somebody-
attempted to pull.
So how about a gold piece?
I'm about 10 times the woman that would impress.
I don't know if I can let go of 10.
That's why you take her on a date.
How much will that cost?
Dear friend.
It's gonna be really fucking expensive, Dad.
But think of what you're gonna get,
Just buy her a
possibly.
glass of wine.
Might
Are you
level up.
two together or something? Because you seem to be really whispering
I
back
like
and
big
forth
men.
as if you're really having an intimate conversation.
Oh,
And
no, we're
if that's
giving
the
you all
case,
the
then,
attention.
You know,
No,
I'll
no.
just go back over to my
You're-
desk.
No, you're all that matters right now. Fuck, do you have any fucking coins? It's gonna be really expensive.
It's not as expensive
I
as you
can't
giving
afford
up your
this woman.
I like big men. I like the big
Oh,
ones.
honey, you and me both.
All right, so how about I found 3 more pieces of gold outside. Total of 4. I'm trying to bargain here.
If you don't think I'm worth it, sweetheart, then I'm just gonna go sit behind my desk and wait for somebody who does know what I'm worth.
All right, so I found an additional 5 golds for a total of 9 gold.
She goes back and sits down behind the desk. I guess you're gonna have to wait like everybody else.
Her a drink.
And a drink later.
I'm sorry, honey, but you lost your chance.
All right, so what else will it take?
Now you're just gonna have to wait like every other man out there. Disappointing, I know.
How about me and you go on the
Is he
date?
upstairs? Is he even in the building?
I'm sorry. Without an appointment,
I wink.
I can't tell you anything.
Well, thank you, Janice.
Wait, we need an appointment. Can we have
We
appointment?
made an appointment. It's like in a millennia.
All right, I can put you on the schedule.
Oh, thanks. Thank you, my dear.
Looks like his earliest opening is gonna be 3 days from now.
Well, that was great.
What are you gonna do now that you've
I'm gonna get a
Left.
freaking drink.
Yeah, let's go have drinks.
We have to wait until midday to wait for the other guys, anyways.
Where are you going to get a drink?
Let's go. Where's the cheapest one? The Royale.
You go to the bar in the Casino Regal. There's a different bartender there this time.
Where's Barry?
Oh, Barry.
The bartender is a very colorful looking individual. The bartender introduces themselves as Gaspar the Merengue, singing a tune from behind the bar.
I'm gonna bring out my lute.
Not particularly good,
Oh,
but singing nonetheless.
hello,
Can we get a drink?
kind bartender.
Oh, hello to you, my big, strong lady.
Oh,
hi.
you better do the dog.
Oh,
hello.
bet you could tie me into a knot, couldn't you?
Oh, I could. I could.
Oh,
Hey, Idunn, can you tell Gaspar to get me a drink, please?
We have 2 drinks, please.
2 drinks. For you, a mug of ale is 4 copper, but for you two, I'm gonna make it half price. My treat.
Loving it.
Haven't seen you two around here before.
Oh, I saw your name
Think
badge.
I'd remember you. Oh, is that a loot you're carrying?
It is.
You mind if I try it out?
Sure.
Oh yeah, it has a good action on it. Yeah.
Oh, Gaspar.
All right. This is gonna be a tune that I wrote myself about a long lost dragon.
Or
He's the dragon, yeah. He's the dragon, and he's so lost. Stop! Yeah.
So good.
Oh, it was great.
Oh, yes.
Ah, it was fun.
That was amazing, Gaspar.
That's a nice loot. That's a nice loot.
Yeah, thanks.
I should get one of those for myself. I always just bum them off of people.
Thank you, Gaspar.
Thanks for the discounts.
You're welcome.
Where did you learn to play your lute from?
Oh, here and there, you know, just growing up. Every time I'd see a lute, I'd kind of grab it and start fiddling around with it. So I guess you could say I'm self-taught. Not like you. You seem to be like a genuine, bona fide bard.
I am.
I guess you call me a bard, sort of, but
really?
you know, I don't like to brag.
Can I brag? Have you heard of
You can brag about
Madnab?
me, sure.
Oh, yeah, well, you were great. It's my turn. How about Madnab? Have you heard of Madnab?
Oh, I've heard of Madnab. Yeah, Madnab
Yeah,
the bard,
that was-
Madnab the magnificent. Totally great.
I traveled with her.
Oh, no way!
Yeah.
That's
Oh, yeah.
amazing. Is she really as nice as she seems?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, man.
Just walk
She
right
was-
up to her.
She was so inspirational to me. I had a really rough childhood growing up, and listening to her music really just set me on the right course, and, you know,
Yeah, I do. What time is it?
barely even mid-morning.
Oh, then I need.
Oh, so we can.
I need
we can
another
be
one.
here for a while.
good 11.
rolled a 7!
Oh no. It's our buddy. Hey.
Oh,
Hey, it's that guy over
I
there.
don't know. Maybe I go
What
say
was his
hi.
You go ahead.
You spend the morning with Gaspard. He's very, very flirty
Oh.
with both of you.
Okay, I was gonna ask.
As you spend the morning with Gaspard, you notice that they shift between pretty much any pronoun, every and any pronoun.
So Gaspard, what can you tell us about this town?
Oh, Moonstone. Moonstone's great. You know, plenty of work for a girl like me. Plenty of people buying booze, gambling. The casino's great. It's nice
great.
for somebody like me. Other places, I tend to stand out. And here, it's just, you know, business as usual. Nobody gives me weird looks like I'm sure people give you weird looks all the time. You probably know
yeah.
my pain.
Totally.
Oh, yeah. It feels good.
I kind of like it though, but yeah, it can be
Oh,
annoying.
you're one of those. I mean, I guess I like
Enjoys.
attention, but only from the right type of person. Wink, wink.
What can you tell us about moon dwarfs?
The Moon Dwarves?
Have you ever met one?
I've never
From
met
this
one.
town?
I've only met the dwarves that come in here to gamble. Like old Waldrick over there.
Which one is he? I can't see stuff.
rolled a 9!
Yeah, how many
Robair.
drinks deep is Waldrick in right now?
I have never seen him leave the casino.
My kind of guy.
Every time I come in for a shift, he's there.
Oh my.
I'm pretty sure he's staying at the Hotel Azul, but I've just never seen him anywhere else but here.
We still drinking then. All right. Yay. Cheers.
So you two got a cutting of a underwater grapple plant.
We need to find information to a herbalist of some
Herbalist
sort.
or alchemy even at tops or anything. A study.
You go back to town and you're looking for somebody with specialization in plants and herbs. The places that
Have
you can
knowledge.
check are, I mean, the Stowaway sisters are farmers, so they might
I
have
feel like the Stowaway sisters.
basic
Oh, okay.
knowledge.
I mean, yeah.
You could attempt to see if any of the weirdos in the Sundial Plaza have
Oh.
any notice or knowledge. You could check with, there's a general store in town that might sell something.
What about Murphy?
Murphy,
might
you
know.
could try Murphy.
They
Oh,
know.
there's also the Fisherman's Consortium chapter in here.
They know
Oh, they
underwater
would
plants
know,
at this place,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
Let's just go to the Fisherman's Consortium's run by the crooks. They're gonna recognize it. Let's ask the Sodays.
Ask them what they think. Stowaway sisters, what they think about the fishermen's.
What did
You
the
go back to the
turtles do?
Stowaways and you ask them about the Fisherman's Consortium. They say the Fisherman's Consortium is headed by Master Fisher Wave Runner, who is a dragonborn with steel-hued scales. She has a love of swimming.
Okay.
They don't know her personally, but they do know that she
I see,
spends a lot of time in the water.
Yeah, no, because if they're out here fishing and dealing with the local flora and fauna, they're gonna know
Yeah. Let's
how
do
to
it.
deal with it or what to avoid.
Yeah, to the Fisherman's Guild.
You head to the Fisherman's Guild, and it is buzzing with activity. There seem to be a number of fishermen there. Again, the Fisherman's Guild, A, sends fishing boats out to actually go fishing, and B, people go to the Fisherman's Guild to see if there's any work local for them as fishermen. They tell you Wave Runner is out swimming on the lake right now.
Is that safe? I mean, what is she doing down there? Just picking up.
She's fishing.
Ooh,
She's
swimming.
mastered rod and reel fishing, so she goes out and tries to catch them with her bare claws. She's kind of a thrill seeker.
She's got bear claws.
She's a dragonborn.
Does she have a spot? Usually she likes to fish on.
She jumps off of this dock right here and just dives right in.
Let's go, Hazel.
Maybe there's anything I can do while we're here looking into.
I mean, you have a fishing rod. Why don't you go
Yeah,
fishing?
I'll take. You know, if he's gonna go out in the water, I'll
Just
take a
be
fish.
careful. Don't let anyone hassle you.
Master
Do we see
fisher.
anybody else fishing off the piers or off the docks?
There's one or two individuals, yeah.
What if I stick around and just try to listen for something that might be related to the
Okay.
stuff?
Robair jumps in the water and starts a swimming. Robair, roll a perception check with advantage.
16.
After a moment swimming, you see a jet of bubbles swoosh by in the distance. And as you observe, you see indeed two shapes slithering, swirling through the water. One of them appears in a steely hued flash, and the other is a long, dark shape.
Oh.
A dragonborn is chasing after a long eel, and it appears to be fighting back.
Oh boy.
And at
Yeah.
times, she uses her breath weapon to cause a jet of propulsion.
I'd like to try to intercept and get the eel.
Roll an athletics check to swim.
10.
Her jet propulsion technique is too fast for you, and you are unable to intercept. And she notices you, and you surprise her. She was definitely not expecting to see another humanoid
Oh, okay.
down here. So she gets blown off course by her own breath weapon. And the eel gets away.
Oh.
And she swims over to you. She kind of glares at you, and she looks back at the eel, And she makes an obscene gesture at you. And then she swims back up to the surface.
I swim up to the surface too.
Flirt time.
Hazel, during that time, you hear some of the other people who are fishing laughing about how Mergen got another one. He charged a hull noise fee to one of the luxury vessels because the sound of the waves were slapping up against it so loudly. He had to charge an extra fee to the luxury vessel owner. They're unremarkable individuals. They seem to just be fisherman consortium people who probably hang out at the dock a lot. Robair surfaces along with a steel-hued dragonborn. She barks out at you. What the heck are you doing? I almost had him. Ah!
I'm so sorry. If you want, we could continue to try to find him.
I've been hunting that eel for a solid week. Thought I'd get him. He's an elusive little critter, isn't he?
Oh, yes.
What the heck were you doing underwater? Nobody ever dives underwater.
Well, I am an Air Genasi. I don't have a problem with underwater antics.
Oh, an air Genasi,
But
eh?
I'm not nearly as adept a swimmer as you. I apologize.
Oh, you don't have one of those, one of these. And she gives a little jet.
I have a question for you, Wave Runner.
What's your question there?
Can I swim?
Your name?
My name's Robair Ribbons. I'm doing the butterfly.
All right.
Wave Runner.
Let's climb up on this dock so we can talk.
Look, I'm having a problem. I'm running into this sort of plant inside the caves on the beach. And they're really painful, and sometimes they grab me. What do you make of it? Is there a way to nullify it?
That's grapple weed there.
There's another type that looks similar, and it caused me a lot of pain.
Oh yeah, that's whiplash.
So there's many variety in this dangerous cave.
Oh yeah, a dangerous cave full of grappler and whiplash.
Yes,
Think I know where you've been.
that's right. The makeout cave on the beach where young children like to go make out. That's the
Oh
one.
boy, can't count how many times I've had to pull kids out of there.
Yeah,
One guy died. That wasn't pleasant.
From the weed?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
From the looks of you, you felt it.
Yes, I'm still pretty.
Not
injured from
many
it.
people can handle even one whiplash. Why the heck were you going down there?
It's a very involved situation. I'm trying to find out a way to talk to the Moon Dwarfs.
We gotta put a sign in there or something. I gotta petition for a sign down there. A nice sign. And a helpful sign will keep people
Maybe
away.
you know of a way to nullify the effects of the plants.
Nullify them. I know that some sea creatures have no problem going by them. There's a certain type of clownfish out there that always swims through the grappler vine and the whiplash. What's the third one? The grappler vine, whiplash, and there was a status effect. The status effect is going to be called sufferweed. I never really thought about it, but you might have something there. Huh. This could revolutionize some of our fishing trips. Wow! Thinking outside the box. You see, I'm so focused on catching the fish that I don't understand how they adapt themselves.
Hey, I'd love to
I just like to use the brute force. Just sink my claws into them and overpower them. But you seem like a thinking man.
We make quite a team, I would say. Maybe I'll help you try to find your eel.
Well, that one I vowed to catch myself.
Oh, I don't understand. It's a matter of
But
pride.
I suppose if you wanted it to be bait, that would probably count. Because I
Sure.
use bait. Bait is just a hunter strategy.
You want me to get bait for you?
No, you would be the bait.
I would be the bait, I see. But I'm very muscular, and I don't know if it
we
would
just
see me as
we
prey.
just like cut you up a little bit.
I'm already pretty cut up from the
I'm just kidding.
Oh, you're
He'd
funny.
want to eat you no matter
You got
what.
a sense of humor. I like that. No one in this freaking town gets to take a joke. Not like the mayor. I made fun of his eyeball and he kicked me out.
Oh, the mayor's very sensitive.
Yeah, he's a
He doesn't
dandelion.
like me either. I made fun of his eye too.
High five? Yeah, blind old man.
Wet high
Half
five.
blind. You say the clownfish? Is that a common catch here? You think we could distill some
A
sort
lot of them hang out around the coral reef, and it makes sense.
What properties of these fishes you think are allowing them to go by?
Probably some sort of natural secretion of the oils in their body. Fish oil. You got any fish oil?
No, I don't.
You know what? I'm gonna commission some of the fishermen to harvest some clownfish and see what we can come up with. You give me 3 days, and I'll
Sure.
come up with something.
Yes, and the alba stork sings at midnight.
I'm more of a surf and less of a turf.
Ah.
Those are terrestrial birds.
I'm working on my stand-up comedy act. You know, it's kind of tough. I just try it out every once in a while. Thank you for your help. Should I come back and check with you on this situation? Can I contribute to the effort in some way? I have a fisher lady.
Are you gonna join the Fishermen's Consortium?
Well, I just have this one task I need a solution for. Maybe I can.
Are you gonna hire the Fishermen's Consortium?
I can. How much you think that solution to this problem would cost? To experiment.
Well, I don't know. I was gonna start the process, but if you expedite it with funds, it'd probably make it happen a little faster if I can hire some more hands.
Well, how
probably
much?
get it done maybe in half the time if you invest some funds. Maybe I don't know, 10 gold or something.
Yes, I would like to expedite this process.
All right, we'll get it underway.
Thank you so much, and I wish you the best of luck.
Hey, thanks for the idea.
Can I ask one more advice? How would you get open a giant clam?
Giant clam?
There's one in the beach.
Was it a night clam?
Can I try to describe to
Oh,
her
that's
the
a
clam?
night clam. They open at night.
They open at night?
Under the pale moonlight.
Are they dangerous?
That's the poem. Open at night, pale moonlight. Whenever they open, they secrete a substance, a natural excretion that attracts a predatorial fish. You gotta watch out for that.
Okay. Sounds dangerous.
Otherwise, they clamp shut and, whew, only a spell of opening can get them open.
What kind
then.
of stuff does that kind of a night clam have?
Oh, they got pearls.
Okay.
Pretty valuable pearls.
Okay. Thank
Mind
you for.
Helen down at the temple. They got a night clam pearl in one of their wall murals.
Oh, so it's pretty
You can see what it looks like if you want.
valuable. Would you say it's a valuable object?
Yeah, I'd say it's valuable. Definitely. Of
Well,
course.
I'll tell you what. If I manage to grab it and I make a profit, I will definitely keep you in mind. For your information has been very valuable.
Oh,
to me.
well, if I knew it was that easy, I wouldn't be in this line of business.
Well, I can't say it's easy. We'll see what happens. I might die. You are very beautiful.
I know.
What I
But
say.
the guys in this town, nobody can handle me. They're all intimidated.
Well, you've never met an Erin Genasi, or have you?
I have not. That I have not.
Look, I'm on a very, very important quest. If maybe it's over, maybe we could get a drink sometime. Do you
Roll
drink?
persuasion.
Oh yeah, I'm married. Nope, never mind. I just remembered something. Sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna meet up with Hazel and let her
Hazel's
know that.
been listening this whole time.
I'm still listening.
He's been standing right there this whole time.
Hazel, roll a survival check.
13.
You catch a small eel. What? What?
You guys catch anything today?
That's a baby of the one I'm hunting.
No.
Ah! It's gonna be doubly pissed now.
A baby.
Good job.
Maybe you could use it as bait.
Oh, that's your catch. Just having it more angry is a
Oh,
greater
okay.
challenge and better hunting.
Show it off to everybody at the top.
Only Wave Runner is impressed.
Okay. I relay to Robair that there are two shady people that probably are part of the witnesses. Are they still
Oh.
talking around us, or like I've just been keeping my ears
They're still
and eyes-
guys just hanging out. Yeah.
Let's go talk to him.
They're just fishing on the docks.
You guys catch anything today?
Oh, well, I caught one yesterday. You should have seen the size of that one. Bet you if old Murphy saw that one, he'd think twice about the next yarn he spun.
Yeah.
He always seems to have a story about a larger fish.
this
Big
one-
old windbag old man. He needs to just keel over.
If I could get my hands on that Mergen, let me tell you, right? Mergen bulk.
Yeah, Mergen, yeah.
You think he'd share it with the rest of the dock workers, the money that he siphons
Oh,
off.
yeah.
You know what
You
I'm saying?
think, right?
Morgan
you
Bulk,
think?
I've seen him
All
fleece
the
a
stuff
whole
he
bunch.
gets away with, that rat.
No one wants to do anything about it. It's crazy,
But
you know?
they just bring it on themselves, those high, rich muckamucks, with their yachts and their submarine rides. They're ass. They got enough. They could handle it.
I
It's
saw-
just a drop in the bucket for them.
We were wandering around the docks, and I saw him get a real good dock fee off of some people that just came into town.
Oh, I heard he charged 50.
Yeah.
I heard he charged 50.
Hazel's laughing
And he
too.
got it too. It was crazy.
Those
Like, give him a
stupid
elbow in the
saps.
Robair.
Those ignorant,
Those dumb guys.
slack-jawed yokel commoners coming in here. Where were they from?
This
what
group.
was Star? Star was from? Star. Hillbillies.
I think they got run out of town because they couldn't have any of the money.
That ship left real quick. I tell you what.
You guys work here or something?
Oh yeah, we're dock workers. Yeah.
What do you guys do for evening fun out here when you're not working?
Oh, who's asking? Getting all chummy over here. What's your name?
My name's Hazel.
Robair.
But don't have any fear. The Albastork sings at midnight.
Think I'm scared of birds?
Seen a lot on my journeys.
Well, that's why she said have no fear. You know?
Albastorks.
They do sing at midnight. though.
Bergen's always talking about albastorks. Is that like a fetish or something?
This is a common phrase where I'm from.
Weird phrase. I thought albastorks are only native to these parts. Where are you from? I haven't seen you around here before.
A lot of islands I've lived on. And
We're looking-
you hear
we're,
a lot of
uh,
stuff from traveling fishermen. It's just
How
a
does
thing we
someone
picked
get?
up.
Do they hire miners over in the mines?
Occasionally. Wait, who's asking? Who are you? What's
I'm
your
asking-
name?
I'm looking for work. My name's Robair.
Robair.
I'm a terrible fisherman, but I'm good with a big axe.
You learn that they sometimes hire people for tasks that are not inside the mine. Anything inside the mine is closely guarded by the Moon Dwarves.
Okay.
But sometimes they send shipments out where people are hired to basically be box pushers. But nothing that ever comes close to inside the clan home. Anything that goes over there is out on the outer refineries or smithies or the lumber mill. A job like that, they'd probably give you, I don't know,
Yeah.
maybe like 10 gold for a day. That's pretty dang good if you ask me.
Oh, yeah.
Who's the recruiter for that kind of job? Anybody you know?
Any job that goes through the lumber mill is over there on the Dwarven District side, one of the only non-Dwarven establishments over there. The master carpenter at the lumber mill is Barros Del Dilly. For the dwarves themselves, for any actual mining operations, seems like they post job openings on a notice board that's in the Sundial Plaza. When they're there, they get snatched up quick because it is pretty good pay. But the notices go up on the board, and then people report to the guard station either at the east or west bridge.
Hey, you guys know a guy with a short comb over and a wart on the side of his nose?
That is oddly specific.
Hey, he's staying at the same inn that I'm at, and he dropped some stuff. I don't want to give him his stuff back, and I don't know if he's around.
Yeah, he works over at the warehouse district. Daryl Sturm.
Thanks, guys.
Been very helpful. Here, have 5 gold, 5 silver.
Whoa! Hey, anything else you want to know?
We'll see you later. I think
Oh,
Wave
come
run-
on. I'll tell you, what can we tell him? I don't know.
Anyone that
Can
might
tell you where to find the best drink in town.
You ever
Could you get us a meeting with the Moonstone Dwarfs?
What do I look like, the mayor?
or anyone that could.
I walk away.
You know anything that the mayor might like? Maybe make him a little bit more endearing to
I
us.
mean, he likes being the mayor. He's Dane Hammerhand, a man of great strength, you know. He took down a bullet in one hit. Pow! Stopped him dead in his tracks.
Heard that story, yeah.
Is that how he lost his eye?
I think he lost his eye in that fight.
What's his favorite drink?
I don't know. I never met the guy.
Well, you're asking if you want more information.
I just heard the stories. I mean, I've seen him. He gives speeches in town every now and then.
Dating anybody?
I don't think he's married. Fast forward, you can now all rendezvous. You have all rendezvoused and shared information. Where are you going?
I want to check
check
the Sundial Plaza to see if they have any jobs for
jobs.
the mining.
There are no notices for mine workers today. There is a notice on the board trying to recruit people to the Fishermen's Consortium. There is a notice on the board advertising the Hotel Azul and the Casino Regal. Some of the street performers have put notices on the notice board trying to advertise their acts. There's an ad for the general store. There's actually a wanted ad for the general store. General store is short-handed.
I'll do
There's a box pusher gig at the general store.
I want that pearl.
Yeah, you can go look for the pearl. I'll get the job.
I just want to know also, what are you guys going to talk to the mayor about?
I want to see if the Moon Dwarves can help me find some gems. I want to employ the Moon Dwarves. And if the mayor can help us get a meeting with the Moon Dwarves. All of us.
Well-
for no reason.
Since we're hanging out together, can I make a
I
suggestion?
won't say who.
Yes.
Yeah,
Can I make
sure.
a suggestion? Just be straight up and ask if you can meet with them and ask some questions about a gem.
That's
And
not,
he really
that's
appreciate-
not far from what I said.
He really appreciates
Well,
strength.
You might be
Okay.
able to see through any kind of farce.
Just not insults.
Okay.
Not that
All
kind
right.
of straight.
I
If
would-
you can
I
do
have
it,
questions.
Bring up the fight he had that he one-punched some crazy thing.
Oh, I could say,
Like, oh, you fought
Okay.
things like that too.
Yeah,
you do whatever you
play.
want.
I
Yeah.
am so impressed by that
All right.
Just
story.
don't bring up the blue Genasi.
Well, don't make. He's not a man of humor, so
I am not
I
a
won't.
woman
I'll
of
hold
humor.
back all my jokes.
just be honest. And here's all of 3 gold that I have left. If you need to pay for a meeting with the dwarves,
Everybody's sitting on this mountain of treasure. Robair, poor old Robair here.
it's
sitting on
silver.
3 gold.
I have 50 silver, 86 copper.
Not even 3 gold. Tough.
Well, whatever. At night, I'm gonna go and and try to get the pearl from the night clam
I could go with you to the general store and try to sell off these gems.
by
Okay,
myself.
so you're gonna sell the gems and
And
then
then
try to
give
get the job.
you guys the
All by
money.
myself.
I'm gonna go ahead and fly over Moonstone as high as possible, but not too high, so that I can't see what the heck's going on.
You fly high up above the town of Moonstone. You see, from such a high vantage point, you see that the two ways in are the bridges.
And they all live there. They all party there. All the dwarves just stay
As
in that
far as
area.
you know, you see
Homes.
a little bit of activity, a little bit of individuals coming in and out of the various forges, smelters. Not many going in and out of the mines. In your observations, you only see maybe 2 dwarves go in and out of the mine. Idunn and Hazel go to the general store. As you enter the general store, a small female gnome greets you.
Ah, I love a gnome.
Welcome to Thalia's general store.
Hi.
You see that there is an unusually large amount of small glass figurines on display in this general store.
Did you make these yourself?
Oh, me? No. I just collect them. I don't make them. My father, rest his soul, he could make them. He was an expert glassmith.
Oh, it didn't pass down through the family?
No, unfortunately, he was much more talented than I am.
Wow.
I'm Hazel, and this is my friend Idunn.
Hi, I'm Thalia. Thalia Dearheart. This is my store. How can I help you?
Well, we noticed on the Sundial Plaza that you were looking for someone to help with a task.
Oh, hired hands. Certainly. It's a very simple task, but I'm so small, I can't do it myself.
Well, luckily, my friend here is quite big, if you've noticed.
I just have some backstock that I have to transport from the warehouse district over here.
I could do that.
My father, when he ran the place, he had a whole bunch of friends to help him at any time, but I don't know. Not many people seem to answer my ads.
Have you run afoul of anyone in this town that maybe...
Foul? No. This town is amazing. Everybody's so friendly and chipper and bright. Who would you run afoul of? I can't imagine a single soul in this town that has ever said an unkind word.
What's this job pay?
It's gonna pay 16 gold for the job.
But if she's buying some of these glass things, she's into glass and stuff, you might want these smoky quartz.
Smoky quartz.
Jumbos.
She will buy those as a merchant herself. She knows the value. Roll a charisma check.
Natural 20.
She'll give you
Plus
60 a pop.
When
Idunn,
do I
my
get
dear
started?
Idunn. We can start right now. I just have a pile of inventory sitting in a warehouse that I need to transport over here.
Okay, I
So you
go
can
get it.
help me carry it if you would.
Is there a wagon of any type, or is just my brute
There
strength?
is no wagon.
Okay, I go.
Father
do
never
this.
invested in a wagon
That doesn't mean you can't.
because he always had so many friends to help him.
Oh,
I can
see.
come along and help if just...
Come, if you want to walk, let's go.
Yes, you can leave straight away. She locks the door. Both of you roll a perception check.
Natural 20.
15.
I perceive all.
Idunn, as you leave the shop and walk towards the warehouse district, she locks the door, and you're walking down the path, and you see that 2 individuals just linger behind and are close to the store, standing on the main road in broad daylight, but they are not the run-of-the-mill touristy individuals or people just going about their business. They're people who are just, it seems like they specifically walk over there and they stand on the road in front of the shop.
Do they look like they have uniforms on from the town
They do not.
guard? Okay.
They look like they're wearing garbs of a fisherman. You head towards the warehouse district.
And I didn't say anything because I don't know if it means anything.
Thalia says, "Oh dear, it's been a while since I've been here. Which direction was it? Oh,
It's been a
How
long
long
time.
has
Oh,
your ship
no.
been over here?
I've been in here a while. Like I said, not many people answer the wanted boards. It's mostly just tourists in this town or the fishermen who are busy at the fishermen. It's hard to find help in this town." So she's looking around, trying to find her way through the warehouses. And eventually, a man comes up. He is a small man with sun-bleached hair and wearing spectacles. "Ah, Miss Dearheart, it's a pleasure to see you again. May I help you? Are you lost to finding your warehouse again?" "Oh, Mr. Heath. thank the gods that you showed up. Yes, I know I'd lose my head if it wasn't screwed on straight. I can't for the life of me remember which one is my warehouse." "Oh, don't worry, Miss Dearheart. It happens to the best of us. We've been keeping your inventory very safe for you. Don't you worry. Right this way. And he leads you to a small warehouse. And Thalia says, "Yes, this is the one. Thank you so much, Mr. Heath. Mr. Heath is such a dear. He always helps me out. He rented me the warehouse,
Always make sure it's well secured and safe. Thank you, Mr. Heath. We'll take it from here. I finally found somebody to carry my inventory back. Oh, a splendid turn of events for you, Miss Dearheart. I'll leave you to it then if there's nothing else. Oh, no, thank you, Mr. Heath, thank you.
It was very nice to meet you, Mr. Heath. My name's Hazel.
Very good. I am Riven Heath. This is my warehouse district. If you would ever like to rent a warehouse, I'm the one you should talk to.
Absolutely.
Talia takes out a small key and opens up the padlock, and she opens up the warehouse. And it looks to be filled with inventory boxes that are labeled in Gnomish. And she selects a couple of crates. She gets a small box for you to carry.
Yay.
I suppose I could use some of these in the store. She gets a couple of large crates that she gestures for you to grab and pick up. Roll a strength check.
20.
Idunn hoists 2 large crates easily. And you start walking back. She locks the door behind you.
I'm on
You carry the boxes back towards the general store. You haul the boxes in and you set them down. She thanks you profusely. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, this is going to be great.
Do you ever get people looking for the fish that's at the Sundial Court, the Delfish or the
The Delphinus?
Finnish? That's it. Sorry, I couldn't
Certainly,
pronounce
some people fish for it, but really it's just a myth. I don't think it really exists. Some people swear by it. I'm sure Murphy swears by it, but
that. Oh, he did. But they put a whole statue in the center of town for no.
yeah, it's a great story.
What's the story?
Fish. It saves the lives of wayward sailors, grants your wish, all that kind of stuff.
Do you have any other jobs?
No, I don't actually, not right now that this is in. But I'll tell you what, if I think of anything, you're first on my list. I've never had new people in town. I suppose. Have you ever worked a cash register?
No.
Oh, that's too bad.
Maybe my friend here could help you.
I mean,
Seems like I never get out anymore because I'm always minding the shop. Can't imagine what it'd be like to have an actual employee to mind the shop for me.
I mean, I could provide security.
Oh, I don't need security. This town is the safest town in the world. Well, have you ever had any sales experience?
not a single one.
Oh, dear.
Most of the stuff I do is barter and sell gems to you.
Well, I don't know. Maybe I could train you up, but a lot of it is just how good are you with people? Because there's this one lady who comes in. Her name's Karen. She's a handful.
Yeah, I know. I'm really good with people. It seems. I'm staying with the
the Swan Feather Inn.
Swan Feather.
Do say hi to dear Finley and Finley for me.
Yes, they seem to be very nice guys. They've taken care of me while I've stayed there.
They are just dears.
Yeah, tell them. Leave a note with them if you have a time that you might need.
That sounds excellent.
And I'll see what I can do.
I have
whatever
a
you want right
nighttime
now.
incursion into clam grabbing. My
Yeah.
plan was just go, maybe someone who can cast light on an object for me.
Korv is going with Robair. I'm going to cast some light and
Less an hour.
just help him swim away.
Then
Robair
cover.
and Korv go down to the cove at night. What are you taking in the water?
I'm going to take my dagger lit up.
We're gonna swim out, and I'm gonna go down, and Korv's gonna stay on top.
Robair dives down. Robair, roll an athletics check first to dive down.
19.
Robair swims down, and as you are swimming down to the location where you remember, you see with your light, as your light is cascading down through the water, you see the coral reef lit up brilliantly, reflecting the light, and you manage to find your way back to the area where you remember the clam being.
Yeah.
As you near the clam, you do indeed see a brilliant reflection from a pearl that has been revealed from inside the clam. However, you also see circling shapes of various
Sure.
eels and sharks and crawly little lobsters, which are crawling all around, and various predatorial marine life. What is your plan?
You should bring Wave Runner with
my
you.
plan is to maybe swim away from that area and try to grab something that I can grab underwater. Like, I want to chum up another part of the water and maybe pull away some of the predators.
Roll a survival check.
13.
You notice a large cluster of sea sponges. A colony of sea sponges and sea cucumbers and sea bananas. And whatever the heck, sea hares. All those bottom-feeding,
Sea cucumber.
spineless, easy to catch, squishy guys.
Yeah.
So you can harvest up a buttload of those.
Yeah.
You
I swim away.
harvest up a bunch of sponges and cucumbers and other defenseless little beings, and you gut them open, and their innards begin to flow out on the current.
Gross.
And you toss away their carcasses and let them flow underwater. And you swim back towards the clam. Roll a stealth check as you flit among the coral reef to see if you attract any of their attention.
Nice. 22.
You notice that, yes, indeed, a number of the predatorial animals have taken the bait and have swum away. There are far fewer there now, but
Okay.
there are still a couple. A menacing-looking squid and a small shark that are just hovering around the pearl.
I want to swim like, dolphin style to try to grab the pearl and get out. I'm just going to go for it.
Roll an athletics check. If you
15.
You manage to swim fast enough to get to the pearl, and now the creatures see that you are interfering with the source of their happiness, as it were,
Okay.
and they become hostile. So
Okay.
there's a hostile
Yeah.
squid and a hostile shark on you right now, and you see them begin to swim menacingly towards you. What's your plan?
The plan is to grab the pearl and get the hell out of there. What I would like to do.
Chase sequence.
If you don't lose your hand.
I want to grab and go.
Robair grabs the pearl, and the predatorial squid and shark begin a pursuit. Robair swims away as fast as his air Genasi body can carry him underwater. Roll athletics.
10. Leave
They
description.
are faster than you.
Yes.
As such, you are going to have to revert to different tactics. You are going to have to try and weave your way through some of the coral reef to either see
yeah.
if you can lose them or get them distracted on something else.
Oh, yeah.
So you're going to dip, dive, dodge, duck, and weave through the coral. So roll an acrobatics check.
16.
The squid gets its tentacles all wrapped up on the fingery hand of coral, and it loses you. The shark, however, is lithe
Why, aw.
and dexterous.
Poor little
It is
squid.
still swimming at you. You can now. I'll let you choose. You can either try again to swim outright fast. You can try and camouflage yourself amongst the coral with your blue coloration. That'd be some sort of
Gray.
stealth check.
I'm a gray coloration.
Or you could use a
okay.
nature check to see if you can figure out anything that would cause the shark to not chase you in whatever way.
Nature check.
Nature check from Robair.
14.
You know sharks are fiercely territorial, so you estimate that if you get out of its territory, it probably will give up the chase. As such, now you know you can get away, so that can give you a burst in your fortitude, so you can roll athletics with advantage.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be 16.
As you swim your little heart out. Yes, you eventually reach the edge of the shark's tolerance for chasing you, and it lazily turns around and begins swimming back towards the clam area. Robair has obtained a lunar pearl.
Whoa! Meet
Hey,
me at the shore.
you got it.
I did. And they have one, you said they have one at the church?
At the temple,
Temple?
yes. So what's the plan gonna be for everybody?
We were gonna go into the cave, right?
Our plan is to have these two meet up and get in and try
Yeah.
to secure a
There,
meeting with the
in 3
Moonstone
days.
Dwarves. You and me, we're gonna go back to the Fisherman's Wharf and see if they figured out a way to get through the algae or whatever, the
Any
seaweed.
downtime that I have, I just wanted to either check the sundial board, also hang out in try to overhear things in the warehouse district, get to know who's who and who's in charge, what they're doing, maybe. And then
wanna
other than
find-
that, yeah, unless I'm going with Sam in a day and a half. I mean,
I
Yeah.
would like to find the other Goliath if I can.
I'm gonna count my coins.
We're gonna say you've reached a milestone. Next session we can be at level 5.
Oh.
This is Dynamite
Hi,
DnD. The
Rivas.
heroes have explored more of Moonstone. They have a lot of stuff happened this session. I'm gonna have to rewatch it to remember everything. Jeez.
we started off in the ruins.
Started off in the ruins
Yeah.
of Vetri. You fought your way through, found a spectator guarding the journal of Brodando Rolando, the legendary hero, found out about some ancient evil called the Ender Archons, and figured out that the source of energy to power the Ender Archons is some sort of relic from ancient Arcosia or Baal Tarat. They now know that the gemstone in Petunia's chest was most likely that source of ancient energy, suggesting that Herod is attempting to awaken the Ender Archons. They need to find out what that gem was, where it came from, and if it can be replaced. The main way that they think they can do that is to find the Moonstone Dwarves. The Moonstone Dwarves, however, appear to be behind an iron curtain of red tape and politics. And our heroes are attempting to breach that fortress.
Are they Russian?
In the meantime, side quests abound. Robair is diving for pearls.
Hazel's got a job in a shop.
Has possibly a job in a shop. There's a sea cave that they're going to try and investigate that has some sort of tunnel leading under it. Karavak, the other Goliath in town that Idunn is still trying to get a hold of. Korv and Idunn trying to get in with the mayor to see if they can have better luck at talking to him than Robair did. A lot of stuff going on. Yep. Tune in next week. It's going to actually be on a Saturday next week like we had originally planned. Actual Saturday, 1 week from now. Saturday the 10th, I believe, at high noon. Once again, my name is Steve, the Dungeon Master. We have Erin. We have Sam. We have Curley. And we have Paige.
And
this is Dynamite D&D.
We have Steve's hat, his your headdress. It's a swallow.
Swallow. It's bandana.
Bandanas. Swallow bandanas.
Thanks for joining us, guys. We'll see you next time. Peace.